Alright, I think everyone can hear me. Should be business as usual. Okay, welcome to Web Launch Academy's 4th day. Today we're going to be learning about mostly just finishing up GitHub setup. And let's see, there's another thing. There's something else that I gotta do. Just reaching for my agenda here. Okay, on the agenda, we have set up GitHub account. Pretty much did that. Install VS Code with recommended extensions, create Vercel account. Okay, Vercel account. So we use Vercel. Okay. And what you can do, actually, what I will do first is create a GitHub account, because you can actually, well, I'll just make sure everyone knows how to create a GitHub account, right? Or, no, everybody already created a GitHub account. So what you can do with GitHub is sign in to like anywhere. And so you just choose your hobby plan. Yeah, because Pro, it costs $20 per month, I think. $20 in credit. Once that trial period ends, per team seat. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you definitely want the hobby plan. So just do that. I'm not going to have my face on the screen anymore. So if you don't, if you want to see my face or something, like, let me know, but I think it's pointless. I think it's a little bit better to just show the full screen, and then I have the sound of my voice just kind of in the background. So yeah, so you can basically just sign in with GitHub to a lot of these places. And you should have a backup sign in just in case. Like you don't just in case something happens with GitHub. But you can continue. It'll authenticate you. And usually it'll show up with like hey, is this your GitHub account? And then you click, yeah, that's my GitHub account. So it's really pretty simple. You just follow the prompts there. This is mine. So, and you can set up all kinds of analytics here. but that you just want to kind of create an account in there. You don't really have to do anything right now because you don't have any code to deploy. But once you deploy, once your code is ready, these are all deployments. So it's really pretty simple once you get everything set up. You just what'll happen is you'll make a modification to your code and it will automatically deploy on here and update your website. So it's pretty nice. And then of course you have, your testing before then, but it is pretty nice. So we'll just close this out for now. Let's go to weblaunchacademy.com. Go sign in. And I'll sign in as my admin account. Okay. You can always go to textbook. Oh, actually, I should show you how to go into the video. So you sign in, you go to here, collaboration, go to group coaching. And whoopsies. Yeah, let's not do that. So obviously I have that set up, so it's making that crazy effect. But yeah, you go in there, you go into group coaching, and that works. So what we'll do is we'll just kind of go back into the textbook. Accounts and installations. Node. Yeah, this is really important. Your SSH key. Yeah, so this is what you actually copy in here. And I don't think I got any messages concerning that. So I think, did everyone do that correctly or not? You can also unmute, and just say hey, I have a question. But I'll also check every, 10 minutes or so to see. So I don't have any emails from anyone who had trouble. So I'm just going to start. I'm just going to continue. So with this SSH key, go to github.com, sign in, click your profile picture, top right. That's the little circle thing up here. It kind of looks like a weird looking pattern as a default. Yeah, then you go into that left sidebar, you'll see SSH and GPG keys. You click the green new SSH key button when you enter into here. It'll be somewhere in the middle. You can ignore the GPG key. The title and development machine. You can just yeah, you can just title it whatever you want, or current date. Key type as authentication key. That way you can make changes to your code whenever you want and post them to GitHub, and it'll be automatically updated every single time you make a change to your code. And you have a GitHub command where it's a push, where you do git add, then git push. You will send that into your GitHub repository, and then your GitHub repository will automatically update the host. So it's all just one step, and everything is updated, which is really nice. It's backup. It's you know it's the updating your website all in one. Key type, paste your entire public key. So that's how you do that. Click add SSH key, and then you're done. Step 5 is test. So you can do that. I think you paste that in here. What's going on? Well, that's not working. Wonder if I if I start this, it will work, hopefully. It looks like WSL is not starting. So, okay, there it goes. Running in Ubuntu. Now will it start? Okay, now it starts. That was weird. But you'll notice like this runs Ubuntu, and this is also good to have Ubuntu running, so. Why doesn't that? Okay, hold on. I guess I have to manually type it in, so SSH capital T git at github.com. So you should get this message. You've successfully authenticated, but GitHub does not provide shell access. So I think that's fine. Yeah, I don't think that but is anything to worry about. So you have that open, and you should have this thing on your computer so that you can run this while you run this. Because if you don't, this can crash, and I've had this crash a bunch of times, and I didn't know what was going on. And then it said, oh yeah, you have to run this while running VS Code. So it's this Ubuntu thing that you want to run. Just have it running in the background, and that'll keep that from happening. So, okay, so it says first time you'll see this can't be established. Key fingerprint. Are you sure you want to continue connecting fingerprint? So you type yes, press enter, success message. Hi username, you've successfully authenticated, but GitHub does not provide shell access. So yeah, that's the exact message that I got. Perfect, your SSH key is set up correctly. So now this is the fun part. So now you have Claude CLI installation. So prerequisites, check before installing Claude CLI. Sure you have Node.js installed, so you have to run that Node version. That's the, oops. Yeah, it should show, so this is like kind of an older version 18 plus. So Node dash version. So this is obviously a lot later than 18, version 22, 16. So that's that. Okay, so that's good. Active terminal command prompt. Step-by-step installation. Let me just go check the chat. So nobody has any questions at this point, or nobody's logged on. Either one, it's okay with me. Okay, so yeah, so you install globally using npm. So you write this command in this npm install global at Anthropic -AI Claude Code. Oh yeah, by the way, here's this. So this might be a little bit easier to read now. Actually, I might still want to change like the text color. It's like a little bit difficult to, it's just harder on the eyes, I think. But yeah, so then you verify installation, so you should get this Claude version, just like the Node.js version. And there it is, version 2.0.33. So authentication step, you'll need an Anthropic API key. So this is where you need to pay, by the way. This is in order to get Claude CLI working in VS Code. This is where you actually have to set up your account, get that first tier. It's like I said, it's $20 a month, and that'll get you into the place where you can actually create something really cool. So always work in project directories. So this is, yeah, so this is where you might want to know a little bit of this command prompt stuff. So CD means change directory. Okay. So there's just a few commands that I use. You can actually, let me give you maybe let's go with a good to command cheat sheet. Looks like this is a good site. So Ubuntu commands. No, I don't know about this one actually. You could actually just do basic command prompt. So this is another, let's see. This is probably good enough. Digital Citizen. Yeah, so this is change directory. how to go to root directory. So that's your very first directory. So it'll show you, here we go. Yeah, this is a good one. So cd backslash, not regular slash. So that's backslash. Enter on your keyboard, you see that, and it'll take you all the way back to your root directory. And then what you can do from there is you can navigate from the start. So you can press ls and it'll list all of the different things that you can go to. And then so if you want to go into one, you go cd change directory, and whatever your directory name is. So you change directory. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Web launch coach. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then to go backwards, just one, you type in two dots like that. Change directory ... and you go back. So the only real commands that you need to know are ls, change directory, and then whatever you have in your little bin here, in your little in your folder here. So this is like the command. This is like a command line version of a folder. So just think of these as like I'm in a folder right now. So like this is the same as this, right? Let me see if I can put these kind of side by side more or less, right? And kind of just show you what we're dealing with here, right? So with this, it's nice and easy, right? Because you can just click anywhere and, go here and there, and it's very easy. Here's a folder. You go in here and you instantly just see all of these things. This, you have to do it manually. So, cd Maria Craft v2. Did I put that in right? Maria Craft v2. Oh, crafts. I put the wrong. So you have to make sure it's all the way correct. Otherwise, it won't work. So you have to spell it totally correctly. So just something to note there. So here's like actually the same directory here. I want to show you this. So you have all this stuff here, and then if you type in ls, you'll see all of that same stuff here. So Claude.md, all that stuff. So that's the format there. Okay, I think you get it. So you want to work in like a directory that just makes sense. And it'll start with, you can start with home and then work your way up to a good place. Let's see. Detailed prompts. You can, also you want to, if you don't have a directory that you want, like, you can say make dir, I think. make mkdir, and that should make a directory. So then you can create a folder. So it's giving you all these. And you can also run the full command. So if you want to do cd c/users/your username /desktop, right? You can do that all in one command and it'll go to it. I just like to do one at a time just to start. But yeah, you can do that. Change path. Yeah, so you don't really need to know that. How to change drive. So yeah, you can also change like the drive. So rather than C, you go to D. Yeah, but you can look at all these and kind of figure out how to navigate. Once you get it going, you pretty much just need CD, LS, and you have to know how to navigate backward. And then here we go. So MD or MKDIR, I always put MKDIR. It stands for make directory, or the MD command. So if you want to create a directory called Web Launch Coach, you just do make dir and then Web Launch Coach, and that'll create that. All right, I think we've spent enough time in there. Oh shoot. Shoot. Okay, here we go. Alrighty, so Claude Chat. So let's see. Okay, so you can, yeah, you can, once you get Claude set up, you can just say, like, just use natural language stuff, and Claude will actually help you through these command prompts, so you don't actually have to know anything. But it's still good to be able to just, like, change directory on your own, make directory, all that stuff. So, all right, let me see here. VS Code configuration. Okay, Claude Chat, review this component, suggest improvements. Set of professional development settings. Press Control-Shift-P. Type preferences, open settings. Let's see. I don't think I did any of this, but format on save, true. Let me see if I can do this. Kind of like, did I miss something here in my own work? I don't remember any of this. Let's see. Replace contents with these optimized settings. Control Shift P. Okay. So you'll get like this settings thing. And so it's telling us to editor.format on save. Okay, so you can type in editor format on save. Yeah, I'm not seeing that one. Default formatter. Okay, I don't know what these are. Type preferences. Oh, is it just preferences first? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I'm like struggling here. I don't really know if this is necessary that much, but settings. Is it maybe in here? Oh, here we go. Okay, so that's where it is. So you had to go down here. This is the settings that you go to. Settings, and then you can do editor.format on save. So that's that. Modifications if available. I guess that's already true. Format on save mode. Okay, so that's where you go. Sorry. I'm sleepy today, if you couldn't tell. Oh man. Okay, so that's where you go for all of that, all of this stuff. So editor, default formatter, you can do all that stuff. And default. It's funny, I didn't actually go do this. Okay, so that's good. So I should actually do this while talking in here, because I don't think I even set these up. So this is good. Editor code actions on save. So you just type that in. Code actions on save. source.fix all ESLint. I don't really think you need to know, like, you need to do all this stuff because it's like TypeScript preferences, relative, code actions on save, set to file auto. Okay. Editor code actions on save. So you can do explicit. Explicit. So that's interesting. Explicit. Okay, so this is the other place that you can go into. So you can actually copy all this right in here. So that's a little bit easier, isn't it? So you just copy this. Oops, wrong place. So you can copy all of this. Okay, so explicit is there. I think I did that wrong. There's got to be import module specific. Hold on, I'm like losing my place here. What's going on? What is going on? Relative, comma. I meant include languages. There's something. Oh, comma here is expected. Okay. Yeah, that's why coding is a little bit difficult. Colon expected. Is it a colon or a semicolon? Fix control I. I don't know. I'm not a very good coder, guys. Yeah, it's just confusing me. Colon expected? Is it colon here? No, that's worse. That makes it worse. Did I... I don't know. It seems to be like that should be right. Place contents with the optimized changes. So I guess like you could just replace the whole thing too. But honestly, I never really did this. Is anybody else? Let's see here. Let me drag this over here. Okay, nobody's signed in, so nobody's asking questions. Just me. Let's see. Editor minimap. Svelte enabled. Alright, so that should actually be all correct. So you can just replace it all. Maybe that was like, maybe that's the best way to do it, is you just replace all of it. Okay, essential account creation. So then you want to press Control S.